apart from the noisy aeroplane and our footsteps and the odd car, there's always noise. Apart from all that rubbish, we are listening to birds, listening to our footsteps, and having a quiet time, which is lovely, beautiful. Beautiful sky. Beautiful dog. Hello, you listening to me? Hello. Oh, you beautiful dog, aren't you? You're lovely. Yes, you are. So we're just checking in, just to say we are alive and chilling in the woods. Beautiful. As you know, I can't get out as much as I'd like, but it is what it is. We end up not really curtailing our life, but just, you know, reinvigorating our life, readjusting. That's what I mean, just adjusting your life to fit you as you are now. I was thinking that on the drive over. I thought, how long, or how far rather, will I be able to walk this time? So as you notice, I'm stopping, doing a few steps or whatever, and stopping and chilling, which I think is a sensible thing for me to do. Yeah, so I was thinking, you know, how long will I be able to spend in the woods, but also how far can I walk? Well, it is a matter of, you know, readjusting things and what have you. So on the drive over, I was thinking, if I was 20, I was big, I was strong, I was fit, I was healthy, I would walk all day long through these woods, all day and after night, who cares, you know. I was strong, I was big back in them days, you know. I really was quite big, quite strong, quite healthy, even though I used to smoke. But at one point I was a dustman, so I would walk all day long. So an 8-hour shift I was walking for maybe 6 hours of it, lifting bins and heavy things and bags, and doing miles and miles and miles of walking every single day, 5 days a week. And then sometimes on a Saturday or Sunday, me and my girlfriend at the time, we'd go out for a walk. Can you believe it, a walk? But you know, things change and things happen, and we do slow down. All of us will slow down, all of us, from the Olympians down to some fat old bald-headed hippie. We all slow down. So I could charge around really at 20. I could probably run, actually, when you think about it, at 20. I certainly could at 15. I remember running quite a lot. Not for like any sports clubs, just running away from the police. Just running. But yeah, at 20 I could do all day. At 30, things were different. And you know, I could walk for an hour maybe, and have a little sit down, and perhaps do another hour and then come home, perhaps. I don't know. And by 40, I had a job. It was semi-office bound, but when I was out and about, I used to do quite a lot of walking at times. And I was working for a couple of different organisations. Well, one of them was the police. I was working for the police and a different organisation, and some of that did involve walking about. Not marching about, but, bimbling at my own bloody pace, so that was pretty good. I can do that. I can bimble a bit. And here we are at this age, 26. I'm 62. So today marks 6 years since I moved to where I currently live. 6 years. 6 years. And my negative mind crept in a couple of nights ago, and I was thinking 6 years. And I thought, bloody hell, 6 years of being in bricks, which has been good, really. I kind of screw my nose up to it, but it has been good. So 6 years, and I thought all I've ever done since I moved into bricks has been bloody ill. That's my negative mind, and it's true to a degree. So as you know, all the rubbish, all the cancer, the heart disease, and osteoarthritis and various things, this bloody hernia, and it goes on and goes on, doesn't it, really? This potential ME, whatever, so that's the negative mind. And then I'm thinking on the positive, imagine if I was living somewhere in a motorhome, in a caravan, in some bivouac or some some under canvas somewhere. Imagine if I was miles away from nowhere. I'd be dead. And I really would be dead, wouldn't I? Obviously, just that one thing, when I had that lung infection and I woke up vomiting blood, although the ambulance was slow, how could I call an ambulance if I'm down some old farmer's track in the middle of who knows where, in Wales or whatever? Do you know, I never used to really know where I was. Yes, I knew I was in Wales, perhaps, and I used to go for a drive and have a walk along a beach or down some track or whatever, and we stop somewhere. I think, oh no, I'll go for a little drive. So we'll go for a little drive and stop somewhere beautiful for lunch, and then go for a little drive, and then have a bit of a bimble, and might even have a kip, and then, go off for a little drive, and then eventually I'd be God knows where, and I'd pull in for the night somewhere. Well, how would you say to an ambulance, I'm somewhere? So the negative mind changes to a positive mind, and I think, well, I'm here because I moved to bricks. So actually, it's not the case of moving to bricks and all I've done is be bloody ill. It's a case of moving into bricks and I'm alive. Moving into bricks has saved my life. It really has. That's the honest truth. Moving into bricks has saved my life. And if we look at it in a positive way, I'm warm in the winter. Warm. I always remember when I was in Ishi, I still do to a degree, keep a handwritten journal. Don't always write in it, but I can remember writing in it. I've yet to read it, by the way, but I used to, often I would write in there, oh, to be warm. I said, I need warmth. Today is terrible. I ache so much because I'm cold. I'm feeling a bit miserable because of the cold, and this because of the cold, and that because of the cold, and go to bed early because of the cold. Come on, my bird. Anyway, we're loving where we are. So this isn't far from home, so at least we got this, So there's lots of positives, but yeah, the most, I The most positive thing about moving into bricks is I'm alive and my little dog's happy, you know. And how would he be if I wasn't alive? He's such a strange, unique character. You know, for about 2 years now, he struggled to go outside, this poor little chap, for a wee. Okay, so could be any time of the day, but say mornings. A fairly typical morning. It doesn't always happen, but a fairly typical this is. He may have slept on my bed. So what's quite typical is I will get up at about 5 or maybe 6. He will stay on my bed. And I have a Slurpee, and I take my meds, and I do whatever I do. And, oh, somebody in the woods there. Can you see them? So, yeah, I might find myself on the computer or stood outside for a few minutes just breathing the fresh air. I do my qigong, which is my stretching. You know, whatever I do, I might answer a few emails or even make a phone call if somebody needs me early in the morning, whatever. And so he remains on the bed for a couple of hours. And then at this time of year, it's different in the summer, but I close my art room door and I'm sitting there on the computer, chilling out, and eventually he will get up and he nudges the door with his nose, only half an inch, because he knows he's going out for a wee, but he nudges it just half an inch. And I say, morning. And then I get up and I go out. I say, good morning, mate. And of course he gets all excited, he's wagging his tail. He's seen me all night, but never mind, so he's wagging his tail and giving me kisses and everything. And I say, good morning. I say, it's lovely to wake up to see your lovely face, and I do love you. And then I say, right, let's go and get sorted, shall we? Come on then, mate. And we go into the kitchen, and he sits down. And I say, no, none of that. Come on, let's open up the back door. You go and do a wee-wee, please. And open up the back door, and he runs, well, not runs, he quickly goes either into the hallway or he put his nose up against the cooker, you know, so he's out the way kind of thing. And I say, no, none of that, please. Come on, it's time for a wee-wee. Come on, good boy. And I'm so gentle. Come on, good boy. And he struggles, and sometimes he'll look at the door and then look away. I say, there's nothing out there. You can come out with me. And it's bloody freezing cold now in the kitchen, and you know, I think, for fuck's sake, get a wee, you know. Anyway, I said, come on, darling, you come out with me. There's a good boy. So I go out, and I'm standing there in the freezing cold, and his head will appear eventually looking around the door. I said, come on, mate, it's fine. There's no noise. You know, I don't know what it is. But anyway, it's a long process, but, you know, we cope. It's so strange. But who else would put up with that? Who else would cope with that? I don't know if the camera's picking these beautiful rays up on these trees. Can you see them? Perhaps not, I don't know. But anyway, oh, there's one there as well. They're stunning. He's a unique character. And I love him for being a bit quirky, because the secret is I'm a bit bloody quirky. So I think we're a good match, me and Bodes. Oh, it frustrates me and winds me up. Of course it does, but I love him. Got a t-shirt on, that's how warm it is. But if I had died, living on the road or whatever, somebody else would have him, and they might not understand his silly ways, his quirky ways, or maybe they wouldn't have the same amount of patience. I think I understand him so well because I had him when he was so young. Look at that behind me, beautiful, glorious Atosia. So yeah, 6 years today. It wasn't 6 years today that I moved into bricks, it was 6 years today that I moved to where I currently am. So obviously I had a place before that for a little while. But here we are. And do you know what's nice about living in bricks, apart from the heat and the hot showers and everything, It's having a fridge and a freezer currently on all the time, and having, you know, an ice lolly if you want, or ice cubes, cold ice cube, or having a snacky type meal that you can just get out of the freezer and you can whack it in the air fryer, 15 minutes, 20 minutes and you're done. It's less hassle, less stress, less bother. As much as I loved living in bricks, which of course I really did, I could never go back to it because of my health, but the question is, if my health was how it was prior to moving into bricks, prior to moving from bricks into Ishi, what would I do? Would I buy another camper van? Would I don't know, you know, I wouldn't mind if I was feeling better about things, buying like a day van. That's what I would kind of like, and going out for days and the odd night away. There's just something magical about that, but you know, it's very, very unlikely, I have to say, because, you know, I've got bad ankles and a bad back, and that's osteoarthritis, and I do struggle to drive. I'm not going to buy something that is going to cause me grief and put me in a lot more pain, and I'm not going to enjoy it ultimately. You know, so and then with this potential ME, of course, it could be dangerous, couldn't it, driving, you know, when you're this tired. Hello, beautiful. I know what you want, I haven't got it with me. We'll play when we get home. My little face. Anyway, life is good, and good gets better. And do you know what, with life is what you make it, isn't it, really? Yeah, I'd rather be doing this or doing that, or charging around the bloody woods at 100 miles an hour, or you know, I'd quite like another motorbike. I've had loads of motorbikes, but no, I don't want to be cold. I don't want my back rattled to death, you know. I want to be in a car with my little dog. I don't want to ever leave him at home. I hate leaving him at home. I want a quiet, peaceful life. I like to bimble. It's bimble doesn't hurt nature. I think maybe a car or motorbike does hurt nature. I don't want to cause any more crap to the world than it already is in, you know, in a bit of a state. Anyway, just saying stuff. So we will enjoy the rest of our bimble on our own, in the quiet and calm of these beautiful, glorious woods. But thank you for joining me. We'll be back another day. Have a look on Ishi Art if you like, because I am doing the odd painting. I said the odd painting, I've done one a week for 3 weeks. That's good. In fact, it's better than good. Hello, look at this boy. Hello, should we there? Come on then. But I'm afraid I haven't got it. I know what you're thinking. I don't have it, okay? We'll play when we get home. We'll go home, get a Slurpee, then we'll play. How's that, Mr. Skinny? Is that all right? Come on then, this way. You sound like a bloody horse. Anyway, like I say, life is good, and good does get better. And even if you're diagnosed with heart disease or cancer or whatever, life is still good, and everything that surrounds you is good. We just forget sometimes just how good life is, and how wondrous and magical and beautiful and glorious life is. But things often come back again, and they get beautiful again and glorious again. And we just adapt and we change and we adjust and we become the new person in our new now. Okay. So if you are struggling, going through something awful or whatever, it's not forever, okay? It isn't, and things will change and life is good. It does get better, and you will find that life changes. You will find your way through, and you'll be glad you did. And you'll say, wow, I've got a lot more living to do. Yeah, on a different way, but I've got a lot of living to do. That's what you'll say. And my life is very different. I think since I've had cancer in particular, I do feel very, very different. I've said it before that I can't really express or explain how, but I do feel very different. And I know some people, when they've been through... Bode, come here. Bodie, come here now. Come here. Thank you. Yeah, when some people have been through that, they think, wow, I'm going to live every moment like it's my last. I'm going to do everything. And they rush around the world and they charge around and everything's crazy. I don't do that. You got to do what you got to do. Live your life your way. Take care then. Be well.